I'm here tonight with JOSEE Norman. JOSEE is actually going to be the recipient tonight of the Lifetime Achievement Award for all of the work she's done as a hairstylist here in Hollywood, in the big motion pictures. JOSEE, talk to me about your most memorable moments.
Well, I have to tell you, when I was 16, I was in love with Elvis, and this is true, okay? And I said to myself, one day I'm going to Hollywood and I'm going to see Elvis. And I did. So, yeah, that was, when I saw him, that was my most on set, because I was at apprenticeship program for 2 years. And his hairstylist, Carol Hargrove, said, you know, it's time for you to go on sets and learn the etiquette of standing by. She took me there. She didn't tell me Elvis was going to be there, but she took me on the set because she was the hairstylist of that movie that he was in. So she asked me, do you want to meet him? And I was so emotional. I just said, it was in front of me. I said, no, I can't. I thought I was going to faint. Because that's what young girls did then, you know.
What year did you actually, was this? What year did you actually almost meet him?
It was 1969 or 68 for A Change of Habit.
What was the name of the film?
A Change of Habit. And I was an apprentice.
That had to be like almost an incredible experience.
That's why I said no. I thought I was obviously, I thought I was going to faint. I didn't know what was going to happen. But in those days, young girls just acted like that, you know. They would scream, they would faint, they would cry. I mean, just seeing him on screen. So
because he was bigger than life.
Absolutely. So gorgeous and so nice. Yeah, he was really something. So, you know, it was a special moment for me. I wouldn't be here today for this award if I didn't want to go see him. I was in Montreal, Canada, 5,000 miles away when I decided I was going to do that. So the power of the mind. The power of the mind.
Because, you know,
I was 16.
This has been your whole life.
This has been my whole life.
Your whole life has been in the film industry.
Absolutely.
And there's huge sacrifices that you've made to be in this
54 years. 54 years. Yeah. I've been blessed. I have been blessed, yes.
It's like, I always say, it's another day in heaven.
Yes. When you do something you love, even though there's a lot of negative stuff around it, this is how you can continue, because you go to work as an artist and you're happy to go to work, so you can battle all the rest.
Would you do me a favor? Just share with our audience some of your most memorable films.
The most memorable films? Well,
just some
I guess, yeah. Well, I worked on Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I got to do some very different things. I mean, I have to say,
Was that over at the Sony lot?
Yes, I believe, yes, I think so. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
I was a trainee on a little-known film next door called Hero when you guys were doing that.
Okay, say that again?
I was a trainee on a little-known film called Hero. Actually, it's a big-known film with Dustin Hoffman, and Andy Garcia.
Yes, I love
and Gina Davis, Chevy Chase. It was like, not to name drop.
Wow, so you are an actor? No.
I'm an actor, and I also work behind the camera. I was a trainee in the Directors Guild at that moment in time.
That is so awesome. I'm so happy for you. This is a milieu that is like no other milieu, you know, the film industry. And all artists, not everybody has the same talent or gift, but everybody comes here to give of themselves, you know, as an artist, yes.
I got to tell you, I'm just so appreciative to people such as yourself, because I know how important it is what you're doing to an actor. And I know when I'm sitting in the chair, the last thing I want, and ADs don't hate me, but the last thing I want is an AD to say, we're ready for you, and I know you're not ready, and that means I'm not ready as an actor if you're not ready. Because I'm wondering, okay, they're rushing me out the door, I'm not going to feel right about my performance today. And it's a strong person like yourself that basically knows how to deal with the AD.
yes.
That's really what
yes.
you're doing.
Yes. Well, you know, if they say, "Are you going to be done in 12 minutes?" I said, "Sure."
I learned really early when Kim Basinger's makeup artist looked at me,
Right.
and I was doing a film with her. I was a trainee, and he said to me, you know, he literally, the moment I walked in, he said, "If you're going to be coming and asking us for estimates every 5 minutes, we'll lock you out."
Right.
And I knew then how important it was
Right.
to just give the actor,
Right.
the makeup artist, and the hairstylist
Right.
the time they needed.
Yes.
And it wasn't like my job all of a sudden to rush you,
Right.
but it was my job to facilitate you
Yes.
and help you do the best you
Right.
could in the most efficient manner that you had available.
So
Which
you know-
basically means
yeah.
I didn't make sure that the
Right.
actor didn't disappear on you,
Right.
that they didn't go off for coffee and never come back. So I would get coffee, I would bring
Right.
coffee, I would
Yeah.
bring you
Sure.
food. That was what my job was about. I was
Yes.
just like,
We're
just
a team.
a glorified waiter, that's all.
Everybody's important to everybody. Like you were a cinematographer, right?
I was just an assistant director or trainee.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, everybody on the crew we're all linked to each other. So that is so important. And I want to tell you something about an actor on Star Trek that said to me, "Oh, I don't need how do you say, I forgot the word. But anyways, all I have to do is look in the mirror, and this is myself. That's my creation. That's who I'm going to be. Because of what we do, you know, wardrobe and the hair and the makeup, we transform actors, and then they find the role right there. They look in the mirror and say, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. So.
Well, I'm so happy for you here tonight. And I'm personally going to say thank you for all the other actors, such as myself, for everything that you've done. For all of the actors and all the work that you've done and how great you've made us all feel.
Well, I appreciate that compliment, but it's almost the same for me. For the actor to allow me to create the character, you know? So that's so important. We're a team. All of us, we're a team. Not one is better than the other. We're just all together. And that's what makes such good movies, you know?
Well, thank you so much, because obviously, if you weren't good at the psychology of being a hairstylist, in addition to being a great hairstylist with design,
Thank you.
you wouldn't be here tonight. Because there's so much behind the scenes of what's going on and you helping an actor get ready for that role.
Yes, I thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate it. I wish you the very, very best. And I'm glad that you're doing something you love.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.